Yeah, you're welcome to our YouTube channel once again. I remain Nosifo Samson. Today, I would like to take what we call liquidity management. Now, I discovered that in most of the interview I've had with people, I find out that this is an important factor that affects individual, corporate organization, and even banks. So that is why I decided to take this course at this time, liquidity management. Now, please try to note that most of these courses are just the summary of those courses. So it's not an in-depth analysis of the courses that you are going to be seeing in most of our bulletin. But what we are just trying to do is just to enlighten you on most of these courses, the summary of the courses, and that is what we are trying to do. Now, liquidity management. I've once said before that management is effective utilization of resources. Now, what is liquidity? Liquidity is money. Liquidity is money. Now, effectively utilization of money means generally what is liquidity? Let me put it that way. Liquidity is the ability of an individual or corporate organization to effectively meet a financial obligation at every point in time. Can I repeat it again? I said liquidity is the ability of an organization to effectively meet a financial obligation as at when due. So if an individual can meet his financial obligation as at when due, means that person is liquid. Now, what the problem we find ourselves in this kind of environment is that we have series of financial crises from the days of Sododos, 25 billion capital base, to the days of Sanusi, Akon Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria, till today. We have liquidity problem. We have liquidity problem. Even the central bank is saying that liquidity with the bank should be 30%. But we have liquidity problem. And the reason why we have liquidity problem is this. I've discussed this in multiple of journals, that the problem we have with the banks are not performing loan alone. The problem we have is how to manage our liquidity. The business of banking is liquid management. You may have big structures. You may have 100% structures. As a bank, if I come to you because I've deposited money from you to you, I want my money. So if you are telling me the number of structure you build I'm less concerned. What I want is I want to get my money as at when due. So immediately you are unable to give me my money as at when due, it becomes an issue. So there is no business of banking in assets, but there are business of banking in liquidity. So if a bank is not liquid, it becomes an issue. And if the government is saying that the capital base is now 25 billion, you see 5 banks margin. Why? Because they are not liquid. Now, what is the essence of the asset when you are not liquid? Now, let's now move to what we call liquidity management as regard loan management. You are given a depositor's form to manage, and you move immediately to give a customer that comes for a facility to pay 25% of that liquidity. Now, the factor there is this. You decided to involve the customer to pay 25%, and you ask the customer to bring what we call a collateral. You have the customer to bring what we call what? A collateral, means security, to guarantee the facility. Now the bank go and sleep because the security is guaranteeing the facility. Is not enough. When you don't manage liquidity, an asset cannot replace liquidity. Because if I need my money now and you are telling me to wait, how will I wait? I will create an issue. Because the kind of business I do is liquidity. So you must be able to effectively manage your fund that you gave the client. So that if there are issues, from the first day you call the money back. Not to wait to 2, 3, 4, 5 years when you cannot recover the money any longer and you now fall back on the asset. That is why we have enough non-performing loan. We have a lot of non-performing loan. And why we have this non-performing loan is because of the fact that our liquidity management in banking system, we are not managing it effectively. Some banks even resulted, if it's not central bank today that said they must give facility. Some banks even resulted that if they have the money, they will just buy treasury. But that will not increase what we call economic activities. It will only increase what we call financial activities. And once financial activities cannot create economic activities, the economy dies. So what am I trying to say in essence is that we should have a rethink. That financial system creates economic system. If there is no financial system, there is no economic system. Means if there is no bank to go and lend money from, there won't be economic system. So if the liquidity management, if the bank cannot manage the liquidity very well, economic system is boom. So in the long run, we must be able to manage our liquidity by identifying these factors. The man I'm borrowing, does he have the capacity to pay? What business has he done? Have an issue. And how effectively my assets and liability management committee in a bank is set up. How effective are they in managing the liquidity of a bank? As an individual, you need to know this so that you can effectively, as an organization, you need to know this too, so that you can effectively manage your liquidity. Now, in managing your liquidity as an individual, you also need to diversify. By the time we go into some other risk and return analysis, you'll be able to understand what I mean by diversification. But however, what I'm trying to say in essence is that we need to manage our liquidity effectively in order to face our challenges financially every day and manage it. For more of these lectures, visit our website. Our addresses, our phone numbers are there to contact our professionals to give you more details about how you can really get the in-depth of all these lectures. Thank you and God bless.